President Trump has unveiled a controversial proposal for the Gaza Strip. He envisions a mass relocation of Palestinian refugees to neighboring Jordan and Egypt. This plan, touted as a path to peace, has ignited a firestorm of debate, raising questions about its feasibility and potential consequences. Trump's vision hinges on the idea of a clean slate for Gaza. However, critics argue that this comes at the cost of uprooting a population already deeply scarred by displacement. The proposal has reignited long-standing tensions in the region. It has also exposed the deep divisions that continue to plague any prospect of a lasting peace between Israelis and Palestinians. The international community is watching with bated breath, wary of the potential for further instability. The stakes are incredibly high, and the path forward remains shrouded in uncertainty. The sheer scale of Trump's proposal is staggering. He has suggested that Jordan and Egypt should absorb a significant portion of Gaza's population, which numbers over 2 million. This is no small ask, and it remains to be seen whether either country would be willing or able to accommodate such an influx. The logistics of such a mass relocation are mind-boggling, raising questions about housing, infrastructure, and the social integration of refugees. Moreover, the proposal fails to address the root causes of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Simply moving Palestinians from one location to another does not erase the decades of displacement, dispossession, and violence that have defined their experience. It is a superficial solution to a deeply entrenched problem, one that risks exacerbating existing grievances and creating new ones. Trump's rationale for the Gaza proposal rests on creating a clean slate in the region. He argues that the Gaza Strip, ravaged by years of conflict, is beyond repair in its current state. A fresh start, he believes, requires a complete overhaul, including relocating its residents. This approach aligns with Trump's penchant for bold, disruptive solutions. Critics argue it oversimplifies a complex situation, ignoring historical context and human cost. The clean slate metaphor feels tone-deaf and insensitive. It suggests decades of struggle can be wiped away by a change of scenery. This approach reduces their plight to a logistical problem. It prioritizes physical reconstruction over addressing underlying political and social issues. Trump's vision involves rebuilding Gaza, potentially as a tourist destination or economic hub. This idea raises concerns about who would benefit from such a transformation. Would it be the Palestinians or outside powers? The potential for exploitation and further marginalization cannot be ignored. The plan's reliance on Jordan and Egypt is a gamble. Both countries face internal challenges and may be reluctant to absorb a large refugee population. Their participation likely depends on significant financial incentives and political concessions. Trump's proposal has thrust the already volatile Middle East into a new realm of uncertainty. His diplomatic overtures to Jordan's King Abdullah II and Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi underscore the high-stakes gamble he has undertaken. Both leaders face domestic pressures that make them wary of any agreement perceived as concessionary to Israel or detrimental to Palestinian rights. Trump's approach risks alienating key regional players and complicating an already intractable conflict. The proposal has reignited historical grievances and anxieties. Jordan fears being pressured into accepting a permanent settlement of refugees, undermining its demographic balance. Egypt, grappling with economic woes, is wary of inheriting the Gaza Strip's complexities. Trump's transactional approach, emphasizing economic incentives over genuine understanding, is likely to backfire. The Palestinian Authority has vehemently rejected Trump's plan, denouncing it as a blatant attempt to liquidate their national aspirations. The proposal has further eroded trust between the Palestinian leadership and the Trump administration. By disregarding the legitimate aspirations of the Palestinian people, Trump risks fueling further radicalization and violence. The international community has expressed deep reservations about the Gaza proposal. European leaders have cautioned against unilateral actions that violate international law and undermine the peace process. The United Nations has reiterated the right of return for Palestinian refugees, a principle enshrined in international law. Trump's go-it-alone approach threatens to isolate the United States and damage its credibility as a mediator in the region. Section 4, Fanning the Flames, Heavy Ordnance and a Fragile Peace. Section 5, Palestinian Identity and the Fight for Home.